Hey, welcome back to another massage gun video. What I have here is the most famous mini massage gun, according to their opinion, of course. This is the Bob and Brad mini massage gun. I also have this. This is now distributed by Sportneer. It is sold by many, even though says Natcod. And that's the thing about Chinese manufacturers or distributors. They pop up under a different distributor. So this comes with, concerns immediately, like about warranty, etc. You definitely, warranties mean nothing unless you have a brand that actually can, outlive the warranty. This is 1 year warranty. If you look at these, they're very small. These are mini massage guns, and these are good for average build people, or if your muscles just need, a bit of soothing after sitting at your desk for 8 hours. Both mini massage guns have roughly 30 pounds of stall force. Bigger massage guns like Every Fun M3 Pro can go up to 50 pounds. If you find a massage gun stalling on you, or if you want to progress, all you got to do is just change the head. So, I mean, if no, people are using stall force and they're testing it, you'd see them using it with this head and they're pressing it against their chest, right? But they don't test it with this. It's because if you push this against your chest, even with something this small, it will hurt because the pressure here is distributed evenly here, and here the pressure is focused here. And so the force on this per square inch or centimeter, it's going to be a lot higher than this. So all you got to do is just change the head if you feel it's not good enough. And, when you talk about amplitude, in terms of how deep it goes, Bob and Brad measured approximately 6.5 millimeters, and Natcot measured 5 millimeters. I have this filmed in slow motion so you could see how the massage guns affect the muscle movement. You could see from the muscles surrounding the massage point, the distance traveled is quite similar. Ignore the speed, just look at how much it changes. And they're both quite similar. One is 6.5 millimeters and the other is 5 millimeters. Compare this with the bigger gun, and this gun has a travel distance of 14 millimeters. That's twice as much, more than twice as much as Bob and Brad. And this gun costs less than Bob and Brad. This one is 49 pounds with a voucher and 59 pounds without it. I did a little experiment on what I liked, and I will, before I go that, let's do the famous dance-off. Let's just see how much vibration these things transfer onto your wrist, and I'll explain why that is important. So let me just turn these on. So listen to this sound in terms of volume, right? This is the sound test. So the distance of this is relatively the same as my mouth to the microphone. And you could compare these. You could definitely hear this more than this, so that means this is a little louder. I mean, to be honest, these are relatively quiet compared to the larger massage guns. So here we go. And this is quite obvious. So you can see how Bob and Brad's massage gun is still. It means that none of the vibration, or very little, is being transferred down to your wrist, and that means most of the energy is being transferred here, which is what you want. So design is great, and this is actually the reason why I started picking this up more. I had these on my desk, and I tend to just pick them up just to relieve my shoulders, and I start picking up this more because of that. There's less fatigue on your wrist, and this nice comfortable hold that you could have. So when I want to massage my shoulders, I have it I hold it like this, and I push down like that. And you can see why I do that. This is a natural hold. You see where my wrist is my arm. I'm pushing with my arm, and I'm transferring it directly into the center of gravity of this. So I'm pushing it down like that. If you have a partner, they could jackhammer this into your muscles if they want to. But if you're by yourself, if you're trying to reach your back, you're going to hold it like this naturally because of the way it's centered here. Now, if you were holding this, you're kind of forced to hold it like this. You could hold it like this, but you don't have too much of a grip. You don't have too much of a grip. And when you hold it like this, right, your wrist here, all the stress will go into here because you're trying to push in, right, like that. And it's also vibrating back as well. So it puts a lot of stress on one side of the wrist, whereas this is evenly distributed. So what I'm saying is overall, you will use this a lot longer than this because of fatigue in general. Of course, you could take a rest and then you could use it again. So another thing I've noticed that it's not too much of a difference when you want to use max power, but there is less clicks to get it started, less clicks, and this is what I mean. So if I turn this on, it turns on. If I turn this on, it also turns on. But if I turn it off, this thing turns off automatically. Look, I have to... This thing, right, I have to hold it down again. Well, actually, I don't know how I'd managed to turn it on so quickly. I probably pressed it twice. So for this one, you see how I could just turn it back on. It just remembers to stay on if I need to readjust my position. And what happens here is this shuts off after a while. So it just remembers, it stays on standby in case you want to switch positions. And it turns on once you hold it down. Whereas this one, somehow I managed to turn it on so quickly. So it doesn't, you have to hold it down and then it goes. So it doesn't turn on immediately. You see, you have to press it again to turn it on. Now I wonder, how did I turn it on so quickly? Transitioned out. It's because I naturally double clicked. That's what happened. See, if I held it, nothing happens. If I press it again, yeah, I naturally double clicked. It was from force of habit. I guess that's not too bad, but once you turn it off, you have to hold it down again. So it's these little design things that make me want to use the Bob and Brad more. Here, let me just also weigh this. This is a lot heavier as well. Lighter the better, because it's just, yeah, easier to manage. Less fatigue again on your wrist. So let me just show you what's inside the Bob and Brad case. You have the USB-C cable. It doesn't come with a power adapter. This is just, it's a normal 5 volt, 2 amps. It's just your phone charger can charge this. It's not USB-C to USB-C, so it's kind of like in between the past and the future. So it comes with these 4 heads. I don't use any of these. I just go straight for the bullet. It's because of the massages I do, which is shoulders and back, and that's all I do. These are for other parts where it's more sensitive, closer to the bone, for example. Those I don't use. And you notice that these pieces are hollowed out. To keep it light, it's very clever. It comes with some spare rubber stuff. Yeah, it's over here. You probably won't see it. There it is. It's just these extra rubber rings in case you pull it out or it snaps. Yeah, eventually they get worn out. Also take a note that this is silicone. It's not the type that over the years would be sticky, and because rubber tends to fall apart, but silicone lasts a lot longer. Yeah, rubber tends to, with those grip things, I tend not to buy those products because eventually after like 3 years, they start decomposing and they start melting away, and it's annoying. And then you have to put baby powder in it to stop it from feeling gross and sticky because decomposing. USB-C on both of these, but like I said, it's 5 volts. It's 2 amps. It's pretty much a smartphone. It has the same capacity as a smartphone. So I typed in mini massage gun in Amazon to see if I could find a better value alternative to Bob and Brad. And what caught my eye was this. This is, of course, sponsored. It's usually at the very top. I tend to ignore those, but this is still at the very top. I don't see any Amazon Choice here. Usually sometimes those recommendations are quite good, and this would cut down on my research time. So I click into this and I look at this and I notice that the heads are very similar to Bob and Brad. So it kind of gives you a hint that perhaps this uses the same motor as Bob and Brad. It's very possible. This is cheaper than Bob and Brad. Bob and Brad is $69.99, and this is a 15% voucher. And what else? Let's look at. You could look at the specs here. It's £1, but usually when I want to do something quick, I go straight to the questions here. So the first question I would ask is about warranty. Right? I don't want these things breaking on me. So it has a 2-year warranty, which is a year longer than Bob and Brad. Let's look at stall force, which is what you guys tend to look for. So this guy answered the amplitude question, which is about, I assume this is 7 millimeters. This one said, if I also had a larger one, expensive one, can stall the motor. I can stall the motor on the larger one, but I can't do it with this. That's a good sign. At the price, unable to stall this motor without causing significant pain. Packs a punch. Amazed by the force on this. Go to the 1-star reviews. Lasted a month. See, this is why you need the warranty. Dead on arrival, that's when is very easy. You just return it back to Amazon. So there's only 4 reviews, and that represents 3% of that. So that's not bad, I would say. And yeah, these are all about dead on arrival. And this is the thing about Chinese brand names. They tend to skimp on quality assurance, and they let you, the customer, become their quality tester. But they have a return policy. This is the risk on this. We don't know. And Renfo I've seen as a brand for a number of years now, and I've seen they've produced a number of massage guns, so they might have that backing. Otherwise, yeah, they would have a bad reputation if they don't have their customer support. And to have 2 years means a lot as well. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed that little review. If you'd like to see more of these reviews, just like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.